Most mechanics won't tell you this, but your CVT transmission is ticking like a time bomb right now. Below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, your transmission fluid thickens by 111 times. That thick fluid can't protect metal parts. And the #1 mistake drivers make in winter, it feels completely normal until you're staring at an $8,200 repair bill. I'm revealing 13 critical winter CVT mistakes that destroy transmissions and exactly how to prevent every single one. Stick around because mistake #1 happens every single morning and it's the biggest killer. Let's get straight into it. Mistake #1, hard acceleration before warm-up. The biggest transmission killer? You probably did it today. You start your freezing cold car, jump in, hit the gas to merge into traffic. Feels normal, right? Here's what's happening inside your transmission right now. Thick fluid can't form a protective layer. Metal contacts metal directly. Your hydraulic pressure drops so the belt can't grip the pulleys. It slips repeatedly. Cold fluid can't carry heat away, creating hot spots that break down the fluid faster. The worst part? No warning lights. No strange sounds. You notice nothing. But every aggressive cold start scrapes away microscopic bits of metal. This invisible damage compounds over time. Your transmission operates safely at 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Below that, you're gambling with every mile. In winter, you need 5 to 10 minutes of gentle driving to reach safe temperature. When you first start cold, you have maybe 30 to 60 seconds to build oil pressure. Then you need to drive gently. Real cost, $1,200 to $1,500 for belt replacement if caught early. Ignore this for multiple winters, $8,000 or more for complete transmission replacement. Here's what you do instead. Start your car. Idle for 30 to 60 seconds to build oil pressure. Drive gently for 5 to 10 minutes, keeping RPMs below 2,500. Wait for transmission to reach 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, and only then, accelerate normally. This is insurance. Free insurance. A few minutes of patience every morning could save you $8,000 later. Now here's the safety angle on this. Your car gives protection signals. Sluggish acceleration, higher RPMs, that's your vehicle begging you to go easy. If you force hard acceleration anyway, you're overriding every safety mechanism designed to protect you. Don't do that. Now the first mistake is about how you drive, but the second mistake is about what's actually inside your transmission. And this one catches people off guard because they think they're doing the right thing. Mistake #2, wrong transmission fluid in winter. You grab whatever CVT fluid is on the shelf. Think you saved money. Big mistake. CVT fluid isn't just lubricant. It's engineered for specific viscosity ratings. The letter W in 0W20 means winter grade. Using 10W30 in freezing temperatures means 4 things happen. Fluid thickens even more, and it's already bad in winter. Hydraulic pressure drops further. Belt slipping increases exponentially. Chemical reactions can damage seals permanently. Real cost, $800 to $2,000 in transmission damage. Plus, it voids your warranty if detected. Using the wrong brand can cause compatibility issues. Different manufacturers engineer their CVT fluids with different friction modifiers, additives, and viscosity characteristics. Your transmission was designed for one specific formula. Here's your action step. Stop. Don't go to the parts store yet. Open your owner's manual right now. Find the exact fluid specification. Write it down. Only use that fluid. Not compatible fluid, not universal fluid. The exact specification your manufacturer requires. Safety angle here. Wrong fluid voids your warranty. If your transmission fails and the dealer finds non-approved fluid, they can deny your entire claim. Protect yourself with correct fluid. It's your first line of defense. Okay, so we've covered what's inside your transmission. Now let's talk about what happens when you actually drive in winter conditions, because this next mistake happens the moment you hit an icy patch. Mistake #3, aggressive acceleration on ice and snow. Roads are icy. Your instinct says, I need more power to get traction. Your transmission disagrees. When you floor it on slippery surfaces, here's what happens. Wheels slip, traction reduces. Transmission compensates with extreme belt tension. Cold fluid can't handle the sudden demand. Belt slips repeatedly, creating friction heat. In extreme cases, you get permanent belt glazing in 30 seconds. Belt stress increases 3 to 5 times normal with each aggressive acceleration on ice. Repair cost if belt glazes? $1,200 to $1,500 for belt replacement only. Full transmission replacement? $8,000 or more. Aggressive wheel spin on ice creates instantaneous heat. Your belt can glaze, and that means the surface becomes smooth and loses its ability to grip the pulleys. Once glazed, there's no fixing it. You need a new belt, period. Here's your solution. Winter driving rule. Accelerate smoothly and gradually, even on slippery surfaces. Smooth throttle gives your tires better chance to grip. If you can't accelerate accelerate smoothly without spinning wheels? You don't have enough traction. Stop trying. Wait for better conditions or use winter tires. Safety angle. Aggressive acceleration on ice is a safety hazard for you and your transmission. You could lose control, slide into other vehicles, or damage your car. Gentle acceleration equals safer driving plus longer transmission life. Win-win. Speaking of how you control your vehicle, there's a feature most people use every day on highways that becomes absolutely dangerous in winter. Let me show you what I mean. Mistake number 4. Using cruise control in winter. You're cruising down a snowy highway. Hit cruise control to relax. What could go wrong? Everything. Cruise control was designed for steady, consistent conditions. On ice or snow, 4 problems happen immediately. If you hit black ice, cruise control adds throttle at the worst possible moment. It breaks traction, sends you into a skid. It fights your attempts to slow down. Transmission is forced to adjust torque automatically, and those sudden jerks damage the belt. Never use cruise below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or on slippery surfaces. Transmission torque can spike 2 to 3 times normal when cruise control compensates for traction loss. Cost of belt wear from cruise adjustments? $1,500 to $3,000. When cruise control engages on slippery roads, it can't feel what you feel. It responds to sensors, not reality. That delay can cause wheel slip, sudden torque changes, and transmission stress your CVT wasn't designed to handle. Here's your solution. Winter rule. Cruise control off on any winter road. Keep your foot on the throttle so you have full control. Manual throttle means you can respond instantly to slipping. That's safety plus transmission protection. Safety angle. Cruise control failure in winter conditions has caused accidents. You lose control at the moment you need it most. From a safety standpoint, never use it below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Now here's something that sounds backwards, but it's one of the most overlooked problems in winter. Your transmission can actually overheat when it's freezing outside. Let me explain how that happens. Mistake number 5, driving with frozen transmission cooler. Your transmission is overheating in January. Sounds backwards, right? But it happens constantly. The transmission cooler sits right in front of your radiator. In winter, here's what happens. Snow and ice can completely block the cooler. Transmission can't shed heat. Fluid temperature climbs even in cold weather. Fluid breaks down faster. Belt slip increases, creating more heat. This vicious cycle leads to transmission failure. Above 220 degrees Fahrenheit is emergency threshold. Cooler blockage can push temps to 245 degrees Fahrenheit or higher within 20 minutes of highway driving. Time to check cooler? 5 to 10 minutes per month. Cost of cooler blockage damage? $3,000 to $8,000 or more. Full transmission replacement likely. Your transmission generates heat through friction. In summer, you rely on airflow through the cooler. In winter, if that cooler is blocked by ice and snow, heat has nowhere to go. Temperature climbs, fluid breaks down, seals harden, components fail. Here's your solution. Every month in winter, spend 5 minutes checking your transmission cooler. Reach down behind the front bumper, clear any snow or ice blocking it. That's it, 5 minutes. Costs you nothing, could save you $8,000. Safety angle. Overheating transmissions can fail suddenly, leaving you stranded in dangerous winter conditions. Clearing the cooler isn't optional maintenance, it's a safety necessity. So we've talked about temperature management. Now let's talk about something people do all the time during winter holidays. They load up their vehicles without realizing they're destroying their transmission in the process. Mistake number 6, towing and hauling too much in winter. Holiday road trip. You load up family, luggage, cargo carrier. The manufacturer says your CVT can tow 1,500 pounds. You think, we're fine. You're wrong. In winter, cut your towing capacity by 50%. Here's why. Cold fluid can't handle high torque demands. Extended warm-up time. Higher transmission pressures. Belt slip increases exponentially. Damage happens faster than you realize. Safe winter towing limit? 20 to 30% below manufacturer specs. Example, Nissan Altima rated 1,500 pounds means winter limit 750 pounds max. Belt wear acceleration? 3 times faster with cargo in winter. Temperature spike? Can jump from 170 degrees Fahrenheit to 220 degrees Fahrenheit in minutes with heavy load. Cost of premature wear? $2,000 to $4,000 damage, potential $8,000 or more failure. Most CVT-equipped vehicles aren't designed for heavy towing anyway. Add cold weather and thick fluid, and you're pushing your transmission beyond its design limits. Every mile towing in winter ages your transmission like 10 normal miles. Here's your solution. If you tow in winter, reduce your load by half. Better yet, don't tow heavy items in winter if you can avoid it. If you must tow, follow these steps. Reduce load to 50% below manufacturer limit. Install auxiliary transmission cooler. Change transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, not 60,000. Monitor transmission temperature with a scanner. Pull over and cool down if temps exceed 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Safety angle. Overloaded vehicles in winter are hazardous. Reduced braking ability, increased stopping distance, risk of transmission failure leaving you stranded on a highway. Safety starts with respecting weight limits. Now, your car tries to warn you when something's wrong, but most drivers ignore these warnings until it's too late. This next mistake costs more than any other because people wait too long. Mistake number 7, ignoring transmission warning lights. Your check engine light comes on. You ignore it for weeks because the car still drives fine. Wrong approach. Transmission warning lights in winter usually mean one of 3 things. Overheating, that's cooler blocked or excessive towing. Low fluid, that's a leak in cooler lines. Belt slip detected, that's caught by the transmission computer. Ignoring any of these equals compounding damage daily. Time frame from warning to catastrophic failure? 1 to 2 weeks if conditions worsen. Early diagnosis saves $1,500 to $6,000 versus full replacement. Temperature thresholds you need to know. Normal is 120 to 194 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot needs attention, 200 to 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Emergency is 220 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Cost of ignoring warning? $8,000 or more. Transmission computers monitor dozens of parameters. When something goes wrong, your car tells you. That warning light isn't a suggestion, it's a countdown timer. Every day you drive with that light on, damage accelerates. Here's your solution. Transmission warning light means you have 48 hours to get to a mechanic. Not days, not weeks, 48 hours. Pull over, turn off air conditioning, turn heater to max to draw heat away from transmission. Drive gently to a repair shop. Don't ignore it. Don't see how it goes. Get it serviced immediately. Safety angle. Transmission failure can happen suddenly on the highway, leaving you stranded in winter weather. Transmission lights are emergency warnings. Treat them that way. Get professional help within 48 hours. All right, so that's about responding to problems. But this next mistake is something you might be doing multiple times every single day without even thinking about it. And it's wearing out your transmission faster than almost anything else. Mistake number 8, shifting between drive and reverse without complete stop. You're backing out of a parking spot, shift to drive while still rolling backwards slightly. Happens every day, right? You're destroying your transmission every single time. When you shift directions while moving, here's what happens inside. Transmission must reverse torque direction. Parts still spinning one way suddenly get forced the opposite way. Shock load hits the entire system. Belt and clutches take massive wear. Repeated shifting equals accumulated damage. Shock load during rolling shift? 2 to 3 times normal transmission stress. Cost of repeated rolling shifts? $1,500 to $3,000 in premature wear. Think about it. Your transmission components are spinning at thousands of RPM in one direction. You shift to reverse while still moving forward. Those components must stop, reverse, and spin the opposite direction, all while under load. That's mechanical abuse. Here's your solution. This is non-negotiable in winter. Come to a complete stop before shifting. Wait until you feel the vehicle settle completely. Then shift from drive to reverse. Takes 1 extra second. Saves your transmission from years of damage. It's not about inconvenience. It's about protecting your transmission. Safety angle. Rolling shifts are dangerous in winter. You can lose control when shifting without a complete stop. Safety rules also protect your transmission. Always stop completely before shifting directions. Now here's one that surprises people because they don't realize their engine oil choice affects their transmission, but it does, and in winter this connection becomes critical. Mistake number 9, using wrong engine oil grade. You grab cheap oil at the store, change it yourself, feel like you saved money. Here's why that was a mistake in winter. Engine oil viscosity affects transmission indirectly but significantly. Thicker oil means engine works harder. Harder working engine means more torque sent to transmission. Cold CVT can't handle extra torque, results in belt stress and premature wear. Correct winter oil? 0W20 or check your manual. Never use anything higher than 0W in freezing climates. Example, using 10W30 instead of 0W20 equals indirect $1,000 or more in transmission wear. Oil change cost? $30 to $50. Transmission damage cost? $1,000 or more. Your engine and transmission work together. When your engine struggles to start and run in cold weather because you use thick oil, it demands more from the transmission. That extra demand translates to belt stress, heat generation, and accelerated wear. Here's your solution. Winter oil rule. Check your manual. Write down the exact specification. Buy that oil. Only only that oil. The cost of wrong oil isn't in the bottle, it's in transmission damage down the road. So if you live somewhere with extreme cold, this next one is absolutely critical. It's an investment of less than $100 that can save you thousands. Let me show you why. Mistake number 10, not using block heater in extreme cold. You live where it gets to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit or colder. You don't use a block heater. You're playing with fire. No block heater means 5 things happen every morning. Every morning, transmission fluid starts at minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit or colder. Extreme viscosity, thicker than normal. Longer warm-up time equals more cold start damage. Over a winter season, you get hundreds of severe cold starts. Cumulative damage means transmission failure probability increases significantly. Block heater cost? $30 to $100 up front plus installation. Warm-up time reduction? 5 to 10 minutes down to 2 to 3 minutes. Heated garage benefit? 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than outside parking. ROI calculation. A $100 investment saves $2,000 to $5,000 in transmission damage. Winter seasons to break even? Less than 1. Block heaters warm your engine coolant, which warms your engine block, which indirectly warms transmission components nearby. You start warmer, fluid flows easier, damage reduces dramatically. Here's your solution. If you live in a climate where winter temps drop below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, follow these steps. Buy a block heater, $30 to $100. Install it, DIY or professional. Plug in every night during winter. Result? Dramatically increased transmission lifespan. Cost savings? $2,000 to $5,000 minimum over vehicle lifetime. Safety angle. Block heaters improve cold start performance and reduce engine strain in extreme weather. Safety benefit? Better acceleration and control in winter conditions. Alright, now this next mistake happens when you're stuck. And I know the temptation is strong, but you need to resist it. Because 30 seconds of impatience can cost you thousands of dollars. Mistake number 11. Aggressive wheel spinning when stuck in snow. You're stuck in snow. Instinct says floor it, spin the wheels, power through. That instinct is wrong. Aggressive wheel spinning causes 5 destructive things. Creates massive transmission heat instantly. Temperature spikes from normal to 200 degrees Fahrenheit or higher in less than 1 minute. Belt slip accelerates dramatically. Damage occurs so fast you can smell burning fluid. Even worse, one wheel spinning, one gripping equals differential damage too. Temperature spike during spinning? Normal to 200 degrees Fahrenheit in under 1 minute. Damage from 30 seconds of aggressive spinning? Equivalent to weeks of normal driving. Cost of wheel spin damage, $1,500 to $4,000, plus potential differential damage, $1,000 to $2,000. When wheels spin freely in snow, your transmission sees 0 resistance, then sudden grip, then 0 resistance again. That cycle repeats dozens of times per second. Your CVT belt heats up, expands, slips, and damages itself. Here's your solution. If you're stuck in snow, follow this process. Do gentle rocking only. Light throttle forward, then back. Never let wheels spin wildly. If stuck after 2 to 3 gentle attempts, stop. Clear snow from around wheels. Use traction mats or cardboard under tires. Call for help if needed. Don't damage your transmission trying to self-rescue. Safety angle. Aggressive wheel spinning in snow is dangerous. You can lose control or damage your vehicle severely. Gentle rocking is safer for you and your transmission. Now we're getting into the maintenance mistakes, and this one is probably the most overlooked because it seems like such a minor thing, but skipping this costs people thousands every single year. Mistake number 12, skipping transmission maintenance schedule. You know you should change transmission fluid, but you keep pushing it off. It's still running fine. That's the mistake. As transmission fluid ages, 5 things happen gradually. It breaks down, loses viscosity properties, becomes thicker in cold conditions, contaminants accumulate, protective film degrades, belt wear accelerates. In winter especially, degraded fluid performs worse. Manufacturer recommended fluid change every 50 to 80,000 miles. Check your manual. For harsh winter climates, every 40,000 miles recommended. Fluid change cost? $150 to $300. Cost of transmission failure? $8,000 or more. ROI? Spending $250 saves $8,000 or more. Payback period? Literally the first time you avoid a failure. Transmission fluid isn't permanent. It oxidizes. Heat breaks down chemical bonds, additives deplete. After 50,000 miles, your fluid isn't protecting like it should. In winter, that degraded fluid thickens even more, accelerating damage. Here's your solution. Check your owner's manual for transmission service schedule. Schedule it. Do it on time. Mark your calendar now. Don't wait until something breaks. Transmission fluid changes are the cheapest transmission insurance you'll ever buy. And finally, this last mistake ties everything together. Because even if you avoid all the other mistakes, this one can destroy your transmission in a single episode. Pay close attention to this. Mistake number 13, ignoring overheating warnings. Your transmission temperature light comes on while you're driving in winter. You think, I'll get it checked next month. You have 48 hours, not next month. Overheating destroys transmission components in 5 ways. Fluid breaks down chemically, seals harden and crack, clutch surfaces glaze permanently, belt loses grip and expands. Once glazed or cracked, parts can't be restored, must be replaced. Safe temperature range, 120 to 194 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot, needs immediate attention, 200 to 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Emergency threshold, 220 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Damage from single overheating episode, $6,000 to $8,000 or more. Cumulative damage from repeated overheating, full transmission failure guaranteed. Overheating is a cascade failure. High heat breaks down fluid. Broken down fluid can't cool components. Components heat up more. Fluid breaks down faster. It's a death spiral for your transmission. Here's your solution. If you see an overheating warning, follow this procedure immediately. Pull over safely immediately. Turn off air conditioning. Turn heater to max. That draws heat away from transmission. Let engine idle for 5 to 10 minutes. Don't shut off engine immediately. Coolant circulation stops. Drive gently to a mechanic. Get it diagnosed within 48 hours. Don't ignore it. Don't see if it goes away. Get help immediately. Safety angle. Transmission failure on a winter highway can be deadly. You could be stuck in dangerous weather conditions miles from help. Overheating warnings are emergencies. Treat them as such. Alright, so we've covered all 13 mistakes. Now let me tie this all together with 3 simple principles that will help you remember everything we just talked about. These are the core ideas you need to protect your transmission. If you drive a CVT in winter, remember these 3 core principles. First, thermal management. Keep your transmission fluid fresh and at correct level. Watch your transmission temperature, especially if you tow. Respond immediately to overheating warnings. Use a block heater if you live in extreme cold. Never rush your warm-up. Give your car 5 to 10 gentle minutes every morning. Second, mechanical sympathy. Drive smoothly. Avoid sudden moves on icy roads. Never spin wheels aggressively or shift without complete stops. Don't tow more than 50% of manufacturer's rated capacity in winter. Remember, every gentle mile adds up to a longer-lasting transmission. Third, maintenance diligence. Change transmission fluid on schedule, every 50,000 miles minimum. Always use the exact fluid your manufacturer specifies. Never ignore warning lights. Get serviced within 48 hours. Fix small problems before they become catastrophic failure. Every single mistake I've shown you is preventable. You don't need expensive upgrades, you don't need special tools, you just need to understand how your CVT works and give it the care it needs. Here's what you do right now. Clear any ice or snow from your transmission cooler, 5 minutes. Check your transmission fluid level, 2 minutes. Look at your owner's manual, write down the correct CVT fluid type, 1 minute. Schedule your next transmission fluid change, 2 minutes. 4 simple actions, 10 minutes total, could save you $8,000. If you follow these lessons, your transmission lasts for many winters and many miles. If you ignore them, you could face a massive repair bill sooner than you think. The choice is yours. Drive smart. Treat your CVT with respect, and it takes care of you. If this was helpful, check out my next video on 13 cold start car mistakes you didn't know you were doing, because protecting your transmission starts the moment you turn that key. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.